And now we have an inspiring story to tell you. Rashema Melson overcame some pretty tough obstacles to graduate as the valedictorian of her high school class. She's been living in a homeless shelter, but now she's headed to Georgetown University, the Hoyas. Arise America anchor Debbie Turner-Bell spoke with her earlier.
Rashema, first of all, congratulations on all your success and welcome to Arise America. Thanks for stopping by.
No problem.
This has been kind of a bit of a whirlwind. I was asking you before we started this interview, how did the news find out about you? I imagine that all this attention has come as a surprise.
It has. It's just very unexpected. That's what I would say. But it's not overwhelming. It's cool.
Oh, well, I would think that you can handle it considering your 4.0 GPA graduating from high school as the valedictorian. That is so awesome. And I think probably you came to the attention of a lot of us people in the news because of what some would consider an unusual and sometimes unfortunate living circumstance, and that is your family has been in a homeless shelter for the last few years. I think I want to start here, Rashema, and just ask you, what has it been like for you as a young teenage girl? You're a high-achieving athlete as well, but to balance all the stresses of just being a teenage high schooler, as well as the stresses that come with living in a homeless shelter?
I would say that when you're growing up, I was living in Woodland Terrace before we moved, and I was about 12 years old. I was going to Hardy Middle School. And, you know, just the fact that how the area is and the environment, you just have to grow up really fast. You have to just, you know, be ready for certain things, even though you're not ready because you're really young, you're a child. You shouldn't be exposed to certain situations. And my mom just decided she wanted to move because she didn't like the area, so we moved to Ohio with a friend. And from there, just like, it wasn't like all downfall. But, you know, at the end of the day, I always read books. I read a lot of poetry. I run a lot. And so it just keeps me focused and balanced. And I always knew that education, you know, would take me far. So I decided to give all my energy to learning, you know, to bettering myself. I've always wanted to go to college. Was
there somebody pushing you, encouraging you to do your very best in school, or that just came from you?
It was always inside me, but I have tremendous support from my schools. So, you know, I wasn't alone in it.
You know, under the best of circumstances, it's difficult to have study habits. It's difficult to stay focused, especially to maintain a 4.0 GPA. How were you able to do that in your living situation?
I have friends, I have mentors, I have teachers, I have coaches. So I would try to get to the shelter as late as possible because I didn't like being there. You know, it's not where I want to be. So we do have curfew. So I would either stay over a friend's house sometimes until it was time to go, or I would stay at school really late due to days when we have practice, because I had 2 practices today for 2 different sports, volleyball and track during the fall, flag football and track during the spring. So, but if I did have to stay in there, like certainly during the times before it was curfew, I would just, put on my headphones, listen to music, or I would, like, guys, keep it down, I have to do work, or I'll be like, I asked my little brother, do you have homework? Let's just do our homework together, I'll try to push him as well because I know him being young, it stresses him out a lot, but sports keeps his head, like, above. So sports is a really big thing in his life right now.
Was there ever a point where you felt overwhelmed, that you just sort of wanted to give up, give in?
Yes.
And what caused you to push through that?
Because I know myself. Like, the thing is, I'll be like, yeah, I don't want to do this no more than that. You'll go in and you'll just be like, and you'll look around. And when you're feeling bad, you think about every bad thing that's ever happened. And it makes it even worse. And you blow it out of proportion. And then it's just like, I've been doing good this far. Let me just have my little sulky moment. And then, you just pick yourself back up. That's exactly what I do. Even if it's for a day, if it's for like an hour, I'll cry and I'll get over it, wipe my tears, and then I'll just keep going.
That's just absolutely amazing. Well, of course, because you were the valedictorian, that meant you gave the speech at your graduation. How was that? And what was the message you wanted to get across to your classmates?
My 5 words were, the main thing I really wanted to get across were resilience, perseverance, determination, discipline, and dedication. And I just want to say, always propel yourself to do better. Never give up, never give in, as you say. And just know that you can do it no matter what.
Well, the rewards of your hard work and all your effort is a full ride scholarship to Georgetown University. You go here. Let me just give you a little bit for that. That's awesome. That's got to be exciting, but is it a little nerve-wracking as well?
No, it's like, okay, so you've did it this far. Now it's next to the next level. And it's like, well, you know, each step is harder than the last. So I know high school is going to be a bigger transition than college because I do high skip, and I was doing high skip at Georgetown my senior year at Anacostia. So I know what like it is to get assignments. You have to look on a computer. I know what it is to miss a day of class and the teacher doesn't go back over it. You know, you just have to catch up and go read the book. So I'm just like, I have to do this. I have to really like buckle down. But I say to myself, am I not buckled down already? So it's just like, what can I do to better myself so I can be ready for college?
That is so awesome. You know, the reality of our society is people like to put people in boxes, like to sign labels and then misconceptions based on these labels. Did your classmates, first of all, know that you were living in a homeless shelter? And what kind of perception then do people have when they want to label you as homeless?
My classmates didn't know. I have a friend who does. He knows. He's known the whole time. You know, just having that one person just to stick by your side. A couple of my coaches knew, I told them. But my classmates, you know, I felt like it was none of their business. Like, what were they gonna do, you know? So when people put the homelessness on it, I'm just like, well, that's just where I live. That's not who I am. That's not, you know, that's not where I'm gonna be in the future. So I just say, just think about the good that have come out of it, you know. I do my work, I achieved this, you know, I did that, and I think that's the good part about it, so.
I gotta let you go, I'm all out of time, but I want you just to give a word of advice and encouragement for other young people that are facing tough situations, whatever those might be, on how they can overcome, as you have.
Just don't beat yourself up, whether it's your fault or not, and just keep going. That's just what I tell myself. I'll beat myself up and then it's no point. You know, just keep going, just keep striving no matter how hard it is. And always get back up when you fall down.
Rashema Melson, congratulations.
Thank you.
We wish you all the very best, and I love to say this to young people, as my grandmother used to say, keep on keeping on. Take care, it's nice to meet you.
Thank you, you too.
And you're watching Arise America.